Good afternoon, y'all. I'm not making any content or you know long extended concepts and whatnot. Any content like that until next week. So you have to excuse me. I had a few posts today. Hope everybody has a blessed Sunday. But I just wanted to sit this here because I thought it was kind of funny. Shout out to Berean Babes. That woman is sound. She shares her faith. Kind of like how I have shouted out or at least included some of her clips in my content, Dawn Hill and whatnot. It's a shame how some of these women have more fortitude than some of these men that we know. That's all I'm gonna say. Hey man, when it comes to standing on truth, yeah, something is really wrong with that as far as you men out there. But anyway, I just think it was funny because in a recent post she did, she was talking about a certain individual. I'm not gonna say his name right now because I pick on him a lot. But he makes tongues equal to salvation. Rightfully. So I pick on him rightfully so because what he teaches is a danger to the body. But it was just funny to me anyway because she was like, okay, let's look at all the people that do speak in tongues. Prophet Lovey, Passion Java, Michael Brown, all these different folks, right, who love Hikamashandere. But no, that's not good enough, huh? All them folks that can do all of that, right? And then they get caught up in scandal. They get caught up in this and that. They're charlatans. They're wolves. They're, snakes. We ain't talking about error. We talking about heinous sins and crimes and just cover-ups. Amen. Just stuff that's like, you're a walking hypocrite. Amen. All them folks speak in tongues, right? But Marcus Rogers, I said I wasn't going to say his name. Well, oh well, I slipped up and said it. But he had the audacity to say, oh, I feel bad. John MacArthur missed out. He died and he never experienced the gifts. Y'all, that's that's the level of buffoonery I be talking about. Now, all them folks that do that, right, you going to act like they experienced some level of holiness that somebody else didn't, yet their fruit testifies of what they were not. I'm going to wrap this up with simply saying, I've said this before, but the Spirit of the Lord is not a sideshow. People that want God to be a charismatic sideshow, it's because false spirits cause them to be more emotional about those experiences versus being sound in the faith and being sound in the word, right? They're more attached to an emotional experience, which anybody of any faith can have, right? False spirits can give you that anytime. They're more attached to that than they are to sound doctrine. That's the point. That's why they want God to be a sideshow. God is about living right, being right. God is not about a charismatic sideshow. God bless.